Hollywood Studios.
Princess the Bear here. Today we are indeed on the Hollywood Boulevard here in Hollywood Studios because there are some updates for us to sniff out.
Yes, there's a new menu item at Rosie's All-American Cafe, but we might explore more of Sunset Boulevard.
Yes, here's your number one choice of foodie entertainment. We're here to explore the boulevard so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. We're going to put her name in lights.
It's time to foodie and chill.
A surprise cupcake for our sweetest of communities in this red velvet Riveter cupcake. And already I take issue with this cupcake. You have this extremely generic Rosie the Riveter archetype sitting here on top of the cupcake, not themed after any particular princess. It's just a generic Rosie the Riveter. And you know what? I can forgive not having a princess. What I can't forgive is within the Disney-verse, you have what I would consider to be Rosie the Riveter archetype. Specifically, come to mind being Jacqueline from Atlantis Lost Empire. Why is she not on the cupcake? She's from Dearborn, Michigan. The heart of the industrial part of America. How more American can you get than that? Why is she not being celebrated on this said cupcake? Why is this generic nobody on a cupcake? Shame. Shame. When we celebrate America, we mean all of America, not just whatever the hell that is. Either way, we're going to dive right in here to the cupcake. This red, white, and blue, or I should say velvet, white, and blue in this case. And is your typical red velvet cupcake, cream cheese icing, and then you have the white chocolate fake Rosie the Riveter on top. And it looks to be a little chocolate and or fruit filling on the inside. Let's find out. That is indeed a chocolate center, and that is not making up, though, for the lack of cultural diversity in this cupcake. Yes, this is a diversity channel, even on America's birthday, especially on America's birthday. It's an alright cupcake. It's actually rather moist. I've always thought that red velvet cupcakes were the most generic of cupcakes, especially when you're trying to add color to a cupcake. I guess it's really, you either do vanilla, chocolate, red velvet, or carrot cake. A little bit more variety in there, some spice, some culture. We have lots of those. So you can do better than red velvet. It's a decent cupcake, not memorable. I'm not going to say run and come get this. It's not that unique. But it's not as terrible as a Wookiee cookie. So you're doing okay. 3.5 out of 5 balls.
Rosie's All-American has actually replaced a really good option they had here at Hollywood Studios, which was a plant-based lobster roll with a piece of Casey's Corner. We have the Chicago dog, not even a slaw dog, which would have been much better than this, but this is, yes, a Chicago dog with a barbecue mustard aioli sauce. Now we go very fancy with the sauce, and then the rest of the fixins are I don't know. I don't know if you guys remember. I want to say this, it was 2019-ish. Fairfax Fair used to have a Chicago dog salad. Now it seems like they're just bringing a Chicago dog and the pieces of that salad, or, they do the Chicago dog at Casey's Corner, whichever. They're coming here to Hollywood Studios. Why? I don't know. But commit to our mistakes, right? Right, Disney? Right. Much to my surprise, Hollywood Studios, Casey's Corner dog, decided to use a Beyond Hot Italian sausage. Why? Why aren't we just using a regular sausage for this Chicago dog? When Chicagoans, please tell me, because you corrected me on the neon relish. I'm not from Chicago. I did not know about neon relish. I know that's a thing now, so I will not hate on that. But please tell me, are Chicago dogs supposed to be spicy? I understand that they have the little green pepper things if you have a legit Chicago dog. When Bear and I do like a hot dog off and we go to Portillo's, I know it's like a poppy seed bun and you have like the tomatoes are cut a specific way. You got the peppers and the celery salt and all the goodness, right? What is this? And why is she spicy? I don't understand. Please enlighten me in the comments or enlighten Disney in the comments on whatever this is supposed to be. It's not actually labeled as a Chicago dog, so I suppose I shouldn't judge it as a Chicago dog. It just says plant-based dog on the menu. But I feel some type of way about this. And I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 dogs. It is a downgrade. A downgrade is being nice.
I feel like you're shortchanging the vegans. The vegans, I mean, I can't claim them as my people, even though you are my people. You're part of my community. And I feel like calling something a plant-based dog when there are other chief ingredients that are supposed to make this thing unique feels like selling it short. If you're going to dumb it down to make it easier for people to digest written on a board, then dumb it down for everything. But plant-based dog seems like not the full story because you're calling it a plant-based dog, but it's got the green relish, it's got a mustard barbecue aioli, and then the tomato. It should at least be like a mustard dog or barbecue plant-based dog, like something to give it a descriptor, something to make it more appealing than just plant-based dog, here's a leaf, now get out of our face. Treat the people like they deserve to be treated. They want something that sounds mouth-watering. And I'm being honest, just seeing plant-based dog in bold letters on a board is not doing it for me, especially if you can't read the tiny writing that's underneath it. Off my soapbox, I'm on those today. I'm on one. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because we're in Pride Month and I'm feeling prideful for my people, all my peoples. Maybe that's it. I don't quite know. I, in my tenure on this channel, have said a lot of salacious things about Beyond products. The hot Italian dog, I don't really have any issues for. Not as spicy as I would personally choose, but the kind of spicy I would choose would have me over here looking like I just got pepper sprayed in the face. It is decent enough, unique enough tasting Italian dog, a little bit of spice, like front of the mouth, nothing crazy, maybe 1.5 out of 10 on the heat scale.
No!
But really, honestly, you need a whole lot more of the mustard. If you ordered this, I would ask for more of the mustard aioli on the side because it needs a lot more of that because it's so faint, especially with the strong taste of the Beyond and the relish itself isn't the strongest flavor. You very much need more of that mustard. And since you can't get that mustard at the toppings bar, like with the ketchup and the mayo and the barbecue sauce, I would ask for more of that on the side. And it would probably be, honestly, with more mustard, be something that I would actually recommend the plant-based community come here and get. I definitely think it's a downgrade from what you had before, but it's not the worst thing you've had here. That horrendous, we shall not remember Chicago dog salad offends me to this day. This, not so bad. I would eat this. I give this 3.75 out of 5 claws. I feel like we're barely in this video, and already all I've done is complain. And yet, I want to complain some more. I don't want to be seen as negative. I want to seem to be as strategically critical of things. This is their brand spanking new hot honey. Yes, more hot honey. Buffalo chicken chef salad. A lot of words to be like, we dumped a lot of things in a bowl with buffalo and then drizzled it all in hot honey because apparently the buffalo wasn't hot enough. And hot honey is the fancy new trend in sauces because Sriracha is boring now, which, you know, I understand even though the other day we got a Sriracha hot honey, which was kind of confusing. This is salad. I like salads. I'm not going to judge it by its incredibly too long, ridiculous name when you could have just called this a chef salad, like you called the plant-based dog a plant-based dog. Again, I'm ranting. I need another outlet. Maybe I need to go ride Rock and Roller Coaster. I don't know. That would fix me. I feel like that would fix me. So let's dive into the star. You got green onions. You have not enough chicken. It's like one chicken tendy slice. We have some diced cucumbers, some iceberg lettuce, sliced tomatoes. I like that. Avocado, and then cucumbers. A lot of greens and not enough chicken. Not even close. And then there is a slaw on here. And there is a special themed ranch as well.
hell?
So, there's cabbage down here. Look at that. A whole cabbage slaw and carrots. Just out of nowhere. Strange. Okay. I'm just going to take it and run with it. Whole mouthful. I would treat hot honey and buffalo like Wonder Twins, like powers together and they activate. Maybe too old, I don't know. Because I would expect you add buffalo and hot honey that I would feel something. And I feel nothing. I think my tongue tickles. I feel like somebody tickled me with a feather. Like Gonzo or something. But no, it's a tingle. Spicy tingle. Peter tingle. That's appropriate given that Spider-Man's coming out here very, very soon. We're excited. It's an okay salad. The chicken isn't as crispy as I would like, but I imagine these are like pre-made and batch salads. They sit in the back in the fridge, hence this container they gave it to me in. The avocado is at least not brown like some places other theme parks have given us before. And
Take that off the menu.
they did take it off the menu at the place that I'm referencing. I'm not going to disparage them here. There'll be time to disparage them later. There's always time to disparage somebody from giving me brown vegetables. However, it's a salad. It's very filling. There's a lot going on. The slaw and cabbage at the bottom was a surprise. I was worried this was just going to be like a whole bunch of iceberg, but it is not. When you have the cucumbers, the avocado, there's a lot of things going on in here. I feel like it's trying to mirror like the Cobb salad from Brown Derby, but like the Kmart version. Just not enough chicken in it. Not even remotely close. I would just go to Brown Derby and get the Cobb salad out there rather than pay for this. I give this 3.25 out of 5 claws. It had potential, but then it let me down. Rosie's Most American. Some interesting updates. Par for the course, if anything.
I'm a little sad, actually, about these updates. Though I do like the sandwich at Columbia Harbor House a little bit better than this one, and I'm glad to see that they actually changed this menu after, the lobster roll's been on the menu since, 2018, 2019, something like that. Long time. So glad to see something new, but I think it was a downgrade, and I wish we had another unique option instead of having to go to Magic Kingdom for a unique option.
It sounds like Hollywood Studios is in need of a foodie revamp. An evolution of foodie things. 250th anniversary, Pride Month, all new food. Writes itself.
Let's go. For some reason, the vegan pizza was removed from the app at Catalina Eddie's. So I wanted a pizza, so we had to go in this line and get the pizza. And there was a whole ordeal because I was sitting here keeping this table and finishing my food. And Bear was gracious enough to go get me this pizza. And he will share his frustrating experience with ordering this pizza. So I'm not gonna take that from him. But I am going to tell you that this pizza is beautiful, and I'm glad that it's still here. Not available to order on the app. I'm gonna do 2 bites before I hand it off to Bear. The first bite is gonna be just by itself. Ooh, okay, everything is... It's just bread now. Bear, did you get any utensils? All of this cheese slid off my pizza, so Bear got me a fork, and now I can pseudo put it back on this pizza. This is a mess. Oh my goodness.
Not the cheese pull you're looking for.
This is literally, definitely not the cheese pull I'm looking for. I want to do 1 bite with just the cheese and then another bite with the fixins. So cheese bite scares me now. The crust actually tastes pretty undercooked, and I wonder if it's just because of the amount of stuff that they put on here, because you should never get a pizza where the cheese just slides right off. That's never a good sign, ever. So by itself, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 pizzas. But we're going to zhuzh it up. It's going to get a second chance, because everyone deserves a second chance in life, don't you think? Red pepper. I'm not going to put a lot. I'm just going to put a baby amount. Just enough for this bite. And then I also have pocket parm. And I know you guys, you can't get pocket parm readily available, but if you do dine at Three Bridges before you do your whole Disney adventure, you too can do this without having to fly with your own pocket parm. All right. Is this going to make this better? I highly doubt it. Oof. I'm already scared now. I'm with the Force is with me. I'm with the Force is with me. I'm with the Force is with me. You know what it tastes like? Baked spaghetti without the spaghetti. Baked spaghetti if the spaghetti was just one really thin flatbread that is barely cooked. Like spaghetti, like an al dente. That is not good in any capacity. And I wanted this as like my second thing after the hot dog, but I actually think the hot dog is better than this. My rating doesn't change. The zhuzhing does not matter in this case. This is not good.
I'm going to preface the situation with we love our cast members. We ride hard for our cast members. We have lost friends over how they treat cast members. So understand what I'm saying. This is not cast members' fault. This is not that off from the usual process. When you go to Catalina Eddie's to get anything allergy, there's some steps, understandably. So, I asked to confirm rather, that at least the allergy vegan cheese pizza, plant-based pizza was still on the menu because it's not on mobile order. They said yes. I'm like, sweet, I'll take that. After I say that, they thrust an allergy menu at me. I'm like, okay, well, I just want the pizza. So I don't need this menu, which is fine. Okay, I have to call somebody, which they do. The person behind them calls somebody. They look confused. They call somebody else. That person calls somebody else. So after 3 people, and some minutes, somebody stumbles out with the normal allergy booklet, opens it to the pizza section, and goes, it's like, this is what we have. We have the allergy crust, the marinara sauce, pepperoni, and the vegan cheese. I'm like, well, I don't want pepperoni. I just want the allergy plant-based cheese pizza. It's like, so you don't want pepperoni? No. But this is going to be the cheese that's on it. It's the vegan cheese. I'm like, as long as the vegan cheese and the sauce, we're good. So you don't want pepperoni? No. So is it an allergy? And I'm like, yes. Just giving up at that point? Yes. I'll take it. It's an allergy. So you don't care about anything else? Well, I see the ingredients, and I'm okay with all of that. So I'm good with just crust, cauliflower crust, marinara, vegan cheese. Okay, here's a buzzer. And then just wanders off. We do this all the time, so we're used to this point, but I feel like for the normal guest, that's a lot of steps. A lot of aggravating steps. And it's the end of the day, almost. People have been here for some hours in the middle of their shift, end of their shift.
It's an after-hours event tonight.
Yes, there's going to be after-hours events, so people are looking at some long days, I get it. Somewhere, streamline this process, or just add the allergy pizza back to the mobile order app and save us all a little bit of time. But that was comical. I wasn't even mad. It's just funny. That many times I've said allergy pizza in such a short amount of time. It's funny. Back to the pizza. This crust is feeling flimsier than your last excuse to call out of work. Not mine. I don't call out of work. I'm a good employee. Jiggly. This looks like my butt. This thing tastes about as fast as they were moving to get this out to me, because the crust is giving nothing. The crust is giving, it is the cauliflower crust, because we've had it before, but it is not fully cooked at all. It's a bit doughy, and the hot cheese on top obviously doesn't help the doughiness, so it's just like soft on top of softer. There's no sort of feedback. It's just a serving for Daiya cheese, and this Daiya, and marinara sauce. Interesting. Not bad, but not good. 2 out of 5 claws. Now, I'm always willing to give something a second, third, fourth, 15th chance to disappoint me. Why shouldn't it be pizza? Crushed red pepper. I'm going to give a douse of that. Honestly, I don't eat crushed red pepper on my pizza. I don't understand it. Just give me hot sauce. I don't understand why I'd want crushed red pepper. And then, the not sponsored Madly Hadley's pocket parm. It's not called pocket parm, but we call it pocket parm. Give it a little Salt Bay pinches. And there's no magic vegan additive in the world that's going to make this crust better, which is like 90% of the problem. It's weird to say that adding the red pepper and the pocket parm makes it better, but also worse. Because now the cheese and the sauce taste better because there's some ingredients in it, but by comparison, the crust is even more terrible. If anything, I feel like it lowers the rating. It's a 1.5 out of 5 plus.
Ouch.
I made it so good that the flaws and the rest of it are blaringly obvious. It wasn't cooked long enough. It's a doughy mess. And disappointing. We love a good night hanging out under the neon lights on Hollywood Boulevard.
We were going to do more like we did last year. However, tonight is an after hours night and it is very busy. I was going to do ice cream and then the line was like
out in the street,
outside,
headed to Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, almost to the entrance of Tot, like the archways. So yeah, no. Not about that life. We're annual pass holders. We can come whenever we want. We're not waiting on long lines. It's just how it is.
This is true. We think we've got a good number of things for you guys to see. What you can get here. Quick service, regular day, or even right before and after hours event. If there's anything you think we missed, of course, let us know.
Comment.
In the comments. We leave this little place down here for you guys to talk to us, and we are always in the comments. Always. Always watching. Always watching.
A bear is Roz, by the way.
She's slightly cuter than me. But anyway, we know what you guys think. If there's anything you like, always let us know. If there's anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments will be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment and tell us what you think about the plant-based lobster roll being replaced with a Chicago dog,
The hot dog with mustard.
Bear's gonna yeet himself into a real Chicago dog, or just suffocate in the fakeness of the hot dogs, because we don't do fake here. We're allergic to fake here.
Maybe we'll abandon Disney World and then go to Chicago, get actual Chicago dogs, and just never come back. But you heard the girl.